Hello, and welcome once again to Marvelous French. So, what I'm going to do as I go around, it's a typical crossword puzzle, which, by the way, in French would be mots croisés, literally crossed words. And per usual, you click on an area and you get a clue, and you have to complete the clue. So, when we do this, we'll go ahead and try and think about how we would say the same thing in French. And if we happen not to know, then we can go ahead and look it up in the dictionary. I like to use word reference for my online dictionary. And what we'll do so that we're not bouncing back and forth between the two apps is we'll just stay in here, do as much as we can, and then after we're finished with the crossword puzzle, any words that we don't know, we'll go ahead and look up in word reference, or at least some of them. So let's get started. So our clue here is not the youngest, and our answer is going to be oldest. Now, how would we say that in French? Oldest. First of all, the word for old is vieux, vieux in the masculine, or vieille in the feminine. And oldest, we could say le plus. Well, let's back up a little bit because vieux does mean old and vieille means old in the feminine. But when we're talking about age, we can put it this way: le plus âgé, le plus âgé. If we're talking about a person, le plus âgé, the person with the most aged person. So we have le plus âgé. If we're talking about an object, we could also say le plus vieux in the masculine, la plus vieille in the feminine. But it would be something like that: le plus âgé, le plus vieux. Let's take a look at 14 down. 14, of course, is 14. 14. And we have unprocessed. And I might come back to some of these if it's not coming to me right away. But this actually is crude. Crude. So one possibility for crude is cru, which is CRU, which means crude or raw. So cru. 17 across, 17. Small floor covering. Well, this is going to be a rug. The first thing that comes to mind to me for rug is un tapis, which can also be carpet, but I think maybe rug can be un tapis. TAPIS, masculine. Let's look at 12 down, which is 12. 12, month with 31 days. So this is going to be August. And August in French is août, A-O-U-T, with an accent circumflex over the U, août. Let's look at 11 across, which is 11, 11, traffic holdup, a jam. So in French, this is un embouteillage, almost like a bottleneck for a traffic jam. Let's look at this long one here, since we at least know that toward the bottom there we have a letter O. Um, the letter O is in the spot for number 19, which incidentally is 19, 19 for 19. But anyway, the clue is actually for number 3, which is 3, reduction in worth. Reduction in worth. Definitely we're gonna have TAON something. I think. I think it will come to me, but we're gonna come back to that one. Let's look at 9 across to come to power. Um. Come to power. Again, a lot of times if I don't get it right away, sometimes I'll come back and just take out the easy ones first, so to speak, for myself. Aristocratic landowner, maybe. A lord. A lord. So the word for lord in French is seigneur. Un seigneur. Like Lord of the Rings, le seigneur des anneaux. Let's go 7 across. Cattle low. Cattle low. I know it's moo. I don't know what we mean by low there. But the sound moo in French is me. We can do that, I believe. Meuh. Me. And I think there's a verb meugler or even beugler that means to moo. And the word for cow is une vache. Une vache. Voilà. Let's go ahead and look at 4 down, which is quatre. We did 7, which is sept. We did 5, which is cinq. 4 down, loose protective garment. This is going to be a smock. This is one that we're going to go ahead probably and look up after the fact because it's not coming to me offhand. Let's look back at 9. Come to power. I suspect it's this, right? I'm going to, we might look that one up too, to be sure. I don't know if it's a similar word in French or not. I don't want to just guess. To stop working in protest. Well, this is a great word when it comes to French. To strike, because it's pretty common in French, in France, excuse me, for people to go on strike. So we have the expression faire la grève. A strike is une grève, and to go on strike, faire la grève. Faire la grève, which is Greve, where the E, I'm going to say it has an accent aigu. Butt of comedians' jokes, the stooge. I'm not gonna know what that one is offhand, so that might be a candidate for us to look up after the fact. But 1 down is stooge, and the number 1, of course, is un. We completed the number 6, which is six in French. Let's take a look at 2 down. Fingerless gloves, mitts. The word for gloves is les gants. Les gants. Now, as far as mitts, again, wouldn't know the specific term for that offhand. So that's another candidate for us to look up, but that was 2 down, which is deux. Number 8, cereal grass, which is oat. Something's running around in my mind, but I don't have the complete word, and I don't know if it's going to come to me, so we might want to look that one up. That's another candidate, but that was 8 across, which is huit. This one, of course, 8 plus 2, huit plus 2, font 10. So we have 10, which is 10, perfect, because it's number 10 across, and the answer for that one is 10. Let's go ahead and try and fill in more of 3 down. Again, we said the number 3 is trois. And let's do that by looking at 15 across. And the word for 15 is quinze, Quinze, quinze. So body revolving around the sun. We have planet, une planète. Oops, that's something else. Plante is something else. That would be a plant. Une planète in French. Let's go ahead and look at 13 down. 13 being treize. Flaky type of weather? Question mark. Snowy weather. Now the word for snow is la neige. If we want to say it's snowing, it would be il neige, N-E-I-G-E, coming from the verb to snow, neiger, N-E-I-G-E-R. Snowy. What comes to me is I don't want to misspeak. I don't want to just pick it up. So that may be another one that we'll double check as far as exactly how we can put that together. I'm sure there's a couple of possibilities. Smooth, cultivated grass. We have lawn. So possibilities for lawn, we could say la pelouse, which is, I think that's a good way to translate lawn. Astonish the audience, to wow. The first expression that comes to me for some reason is émerveiller, which kind of looks a little like marvel, but basically to incite a sense of wonder in people. Émerveiller. But maybe we can go ahead and look that up. And that leaves us with 3 down. Now we did 18 across, going back a little bit, and that's 18. And then we did 16 down, and that is seize. 3 down, reduction in worth. Okay, devaluation, right? Don't know if we can just get away with pronouncing that with a French accent, so we won't try it. So here we go. We completed our puzzle, and now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and look up some of these. Now, to make this easier, I am going to go ahead and take a screenshot of this so that I don't have to keep coming to this app anymore. And I can just look at what's happening here, and we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so here we are. This is our completed crossword puzzle. Where to start? Let's go ahead and look up Snowy. Let's look up Snowy.
And that concludes today's lesson. If you found this lesson helpful, please feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, à la prochaine!